Klepel-Trinane syndrome, aka KTS, affects 1 in 100,000 people, so that's less than 0.001% of the population. It's a very rare disorder from birth that affects the growth of blood vessels, muscle tissue, and the bones. Now, one of the people that does have KTS is one of the kids involved in this year's Dawn Picker program with Nike. Now, if you didn't know, Nike partnered up with Oregon Health and Sciences University Dawn Pickers Children's Hospital back in 2004. And it's become an annual tradition. So every year they'll work with some kids that were either born with some type of disorder or something very unfortunate happened to them. So they'll work with them and then come up with a design with a Nike shoe. Now, Hugo Molina is a kid that has KTS, so one side of his body grows larger than the other. And for this year's Dawn Picker program, he got to design the Jordan 3, and I gotta say, he absolutely nailed it. Hugo Molina, Air Jordan 3, Dawn Picker. Now, I will say up front, I can't properly pronounce Hugo's full name. I believe it's Hugo Covarrubias Molina. I'm gonna say Hugo Molina for the rest of this video. I hope you forgive me. I really did try. Now, this shoe, along with the other Dawn Picker shoes from this year's program, came out on December 2nd for $210. And honestly, every time around this year, when Nike comes out with these Dawn Picker shoes, you read through the stories and you're kind of like, what the kind of nonsense that you worry about as an adult day to day just pales in comparison. I just realized how soft I am. They have some real world issues that they deal with, and I'm sitting here feeling sorry about not having enough time to wash my car. It just wakes you up. It really puts some perspective on things. And the colorway of the shoe, it is inspired by Hugo's favorite football team, the Seattle Seahawks. So this navy and green color. If you're from Seattle, if you live there, or if you're a Seahawks fan, this shoe might be for you. And in terms of the materials, the navy part, it is leather, and it does seem to have that kind of polyurethane coating that you see often on leather. You can see the grain as well as the wrinkles when you press down on the leather. It does feel pretty nice. And then the green parts of the shoe, so like on the tongue as well as the eye stays of the shoe and the ankle collar, it is actually patent leather with a bit of glitter effect to it. Now, I don't really love patent leather, but at least the patent leather doesn't extend all the way out to the toe box area where creases really show up in patent leather, but it does extend all the way up to the tongue. And I feel like when patent leather goes all the way up, kind of makes the tongue a little bit more stiff, just a tad. And what's interesting about the shoe, obviously aesthetically very interesting with the drip pattern. When you touch it, you actually feel the texture of the drip pattern. And it's not patent leather, it just comes down onto the navy leather itself. Now, I wonder with a lot of use and a lot of wear, whether or not that will start to come off and peel off, kind of like how you have prints on t-shirts, and after washes or wearing it a long time, it starts to peel off. I hope not, but wouldn't be surprised if it did. Now, according to Nike.com, this green drip pattern is meant to represent Hugo's overflowing sense of style, and I wish I had as much style. It'd be hard for me to pull this off effectively. And now moving on to the heel of the shoe, I think this is really cool. The transparent Jumpman is just such a cool, unique look. I just love that. Really, really like that. And then as part of this TPU material, you'll see Hugo's logo, and right under the Jumpman in gold, you'll see a piece that says Juice. And I believe the Spanish word for juice is Hugo. Correct me if I'm wrong. So that totally makes sense. That's also his nickname. I just really like how the back of this shoe looks. And of course, the most distinct part about the Jordan 3, it is the elephant print. And the elephant print on this shoe is slightly different. So you can see it's kind of reflective and it feels slightly different to the touch as well. And the elephant print, because the print itself isn't black, it's kind of a little bit more subtle. It blends into the background. It's just kind of this dark gray color. And on the inside of the tongue, you'll see the left shoe. It has a patch that says My Hero, and then it lists out Hugo's heroes, his mom and dad. On the right shoe, the patch is intentionally left blank, and that is for the wearer to fill out their hero. And if you ask me who my hero was, honestly, the only person I can think of is Allen Iverson. He was the only person I really looked up to growing up. That's it. I got tattoos just because Allen Iverson had tattoos. One day I might have my neck tattooed just like AI. The insole is also modified. You'll see a graphic of the beach. I'm not sure if that's an homage to Hugo's favorite place or somewhere in Seattle. Not too sure, but it does look cool. Looks like a beautiful scenery. And the Jordan 3 does come with a polyurethane midsole with a visible Nike Air unit on the heel, of course, and one in the forefoot. Jordan 3 was the first Jordan brand shoe to use a visible Air unit, so there we go. And then this outsole is slightly modified, so you see this translucent green outsole. I'm not sure if it's glow in the dark. I couldn't get a glow in the dark effect, and there's no articles that I've seen or images that I've seen where it does show that it's glow in the dark. And on the outsole, it says It's okay to be different. And that is a reference to Hugo embracing his differences. So, love that message. Now, this shoe does come with one extra set of laces. So the other one is that same type of green color. It is glow in the dark. So that's a pretty cool feature if you're into that. I'm obviously an old man compared to Hugo, so I don't love like that very shiny green, not a lot of it anyway. I prefer a more subtle, muted color. So out of the two laces, I'm going with the default laces that come out of the box. Now this shoe also comes with a gold pendant or hang tag, and that is supposed to represent Hugo's love for gold chains. And I love that. From a young age, get them loving gold things, destined for wealth. And this shoe comes with a Dornbecker Freestyle box. That is pretty standard for Dornbecker shoes. And then inside the lid, you'll see a picture of Hugo, as well as his gold chain. Look at that. Look at that ice, just killing it. And then you'll see a paragraph of his story, and I'm gonna read it. Hugo Juice Covarrubias. I'm trying, I really am trying. Hugo Juice Covarrubias Molina was born with a rare disorder that causes one side of his body to grow larger than the other. He used to feel self-conscious about it, but Hugo has learned to embrace his uniqueness, designed a shoe that encourages others to do the same. His style is represented on the shoe with his nickname, with the cool factor dripping over the upper. On the outsole, you'll find words to live by. It's okay to be different. Love that. Now in terms of sizing and comfort, this fits pretty much like any other Jordan 3. I'm a wide footer, so I go true to size for Jordan 3s, and Jordan 3s are one of the best in terms of comfort for my feet. Just really fits around my feet very well. So whether or not you have wide feet, I do recommend just going true to size. The cushioning is decent. There are like rare instances where Jordan 3 comes super stiff. I don't know, for whatever reason, the dark iris Jordan 3s, that stood out to me where it's pretty stiff in terms of cushioning. This shoe, yeah, fits like a comfortable Jordan 3. The padding around the ankle collar, inside, around the tongue, it's all very decent. It is a more flat feeling shoe. This shoe did come out in 1988 originally. So if you're looking for a very foamy type of feel, this definitely isn't for you, but for me, it's nearly perfect. Now usually at this point of the video, I go through the sole score of a shoe. So I go through each metric like colorway, materials, comfort, versatility, and storytelling. Give it a score of 1 to 10. But this shoe, I'm not doing that because this is a very personal design for a kid. They don't need a stupid, dumb YouTuber like myself to rate things like colorway and their design. So for that reason, I'm not giving this shoe a sole score. It's a very personal and special type of shoe. And honestly, I think he did a great job. So that's it. Thanks for watching Sole Inclined. Let me know what you think of Hugo Molina's Jordan 3 Dornbecker. Like, subscribe, comment, all the good stuff. And remember, tomorrow may never come, so wear your shoes.